Coach, this is such a special place. You drive through the streets of Green Bay, no tall buildings, quaint houses, and then boom, right there in the middle of the neighborhood is iconic Lambeau Field. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sports. This place first opened way back in 1957. We are inside legendary Lambeau Field here in Green Bay. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Jacksonville Jaguars and the Green Bay Packers. Two 1-2 teams, each hoping to get back to 500, and we're underway in Week 4. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 20. Three-yard line.
Here we go, here we go. 180. Come on. Strong right, strong right, strong right. Alert, alert. 3 down, 3 down. Check. Hit it.
Here's Foles. Oh, nearly a disaster there on the check down. But they'll get it back.
I think we'll see more of them trying to get him the football out of the backfield. They love what he can do in open space, and they believe that he creates mismatches they can exploit.
Once again, they'll go from the 23-yard line on 2nd and 10.
Check, check. Lucky, lucky, lucky. Hey, Kaden. Watch the run, watch the run. It's sock, baby. That's a baby sock. Mike's 42. Blue draw quarter.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And nowhere for him to go again. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage. That's it. No gain on that one as it brings up a 3rd and 10. So now an early 3rd and 10 here on their opening drive.
Yeah, let's get set. 1-1.
Foles. And the catch made here by Marquise Lee. And he's going to be brought down short of the first at about the 31-yard line. It'll be a gain of 8, but it'll also lead to a 4th down. And the Jaguars send out their punter. He'll kick it away after a 3-and-out on the opening drive of the game. This is taken at about the 14. What a spin. Officially, that'll go as a 52-yard punt. Not too shabby. And it'll be Packer football here. 1st down and 10. Rodgers will bring the Pack up with a 1st and 10 at their own 21. Shotgun now for Rodgers. And he finds his tight end, Graham.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
From the 26, they'll line up on 2nd and 4. The first carry now for the BYU man. It's Jamal Williams. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. 11 yards and a Green Bay Packer 1st down.
Usually we see runs like this as the defense breaks down later in the game, but this guy is setting the tone early, running through all types of tackles and putting the defense back on its heels.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
Let's go, D. Big series right here. We got to get it.
Shotgun now for Rodgers. He gets this to Devontae Adams. 13 yards, 1st down, Packers.
13 more yards. That's another Packers 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 50-yard line.
258. Check. Ricky.
Now a 1st down carry. It's Williams. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable 2nd down. A very solid gain on that play.
At the Jaguars 45.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6.
Let's go, D.
Rodgers gives this to Jamal Williams. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. The tally there, -2 yards. Brings up 3rd down.
Brings up 3rd and 7.
And the Jags with 5 in the secondary now on 3rd down. Now Rodgers. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. 14 yards, good for a Packer 1st down. Nice job keeping that opening drive alive, and they're in plus territory, that part of the field where you really want to convert on third down. They did.
Big-time pickup for them, and now I think the aggressive play callers think to themselves, this part of the field, I take my shot at the end zone, because the closer you get to the end zone, the field gets condensed. It makes it a lot tougher to run those routes. You still got a chance to actually run past people right now. Take your shot at the end zone early in the down and distance count.
14 yards, good for a Packer first down. How about the start throwing the football? 4 for 4 on this opening drive.
Oh, he's slinging it. And oftentimes when you talk about slinging it, you're thinking about a guy throwing it all over the yard, not necessarily accurately. In this case, though, he's honing in on his targets, and he's delivering.
Yeah, the opening script, however, they drew it up for this first drive, going to plan so far. This will be a 5-yard pickup as they move it from the 20 to the 15. It's a gain of 5 on the play, and that'll make this a second down.
At the 15-yard line.
319. I'm coming up to you. I'm coming up to you.
They'll run with a backup. This is Williams. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4.
And that's a run that'll energize an offensive line. They'll take that one all day long. Fundamental breakdown by the defense. You've got to be able to make plays on the edge.
319. I got you. I got you.
This is Thomas. And he gets halfway there from the 4 to the 2 on a gain of 2.
Not a lot of headway on that carry, but when you're dealing with a defensive line that can cover up your center, sometimes you got to think about getting out of that play. Not going to be a lot of space when that happens.
On 2nd and goal, standing alone in the backfield is Williams. They get it to him running left. And he'll take this one in for a Packer touchdown. Jamal Williams. His 3rd touchdown now on the year, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. No going for 2. They'll kick the point after. And it's good to make it 7-0 Packers. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll elect not to return this one, so they'll bring it out to the 25 on the touchback. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And on the first drive, 3 and out. I know that these are professional athletes, but I would imagine sometimes you get the nerves at the beginning of a game still, don't you?
Those don't ever go away. And typically what I've heard from guys and what I remember from playing, if you don't have nerves at the start of a game, it's not going to be a great day for you. You're not really ready to play. So finding a way to harness those nerves and not let them affect you in a negative way, that's what all the guys are looking for.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
Double time, double time. 3 down. Check 52. Silent. Check 24, check 24. 22 jet bomber, 22 jet bomber. Check.
This one out quickly to Westbrook. And he's dropped right at the 40. Gain of 3. The completion good for 3, and it's 2nd down.
The goal of a wide receiver screen is get enough blockers in front to create a wall and let him pick his spot to run the football. How about the defense there, swarming to it and not allowing that to happen? Did not let him get downfield.
On 2nd down, here's Fournette. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 37-yard line. He'll wind up losing 3, and now it's 3rd down.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage. The threat of a 2nd straight punt to start the game is looming as they come up 3rd and 10. Now Foles. The catch made by James O'Shaughnessy, the tight end. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. A Jacksonville first down on a pickup of 17.
First down, Jaguars.
So into Packer territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 46.
Undercoat. Hayden Cole. Hayden Cole. Check out, check out. 6-6. Pull it high. Slam, slam, slam.
Now Leonard Fournette. Oh, he's got a little daylight. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. That one good for a gain of 13 for Jacksonville and a first down. We should mention, to go along with a great game he had last week, he was rightfully named AFC Offensive Player of the Week.
And he shares that with his offensive line, the tight end, his fullback. He's looking for more and more of that in this game.
Check three, check three, check three. 13. Yeah, go, let's go. Hey, Echo. What are you?
They'll look to throw now on first down. Got an open man, Keelan Cole. And down inside the 15 he goes. Another big gainer that time. This one goes for 19 yards.
And the Jaguar first down.
Waiting. Pick it up. Easy.
Inside the red zone here. They'll look to throw to the end zone, but it's incomplete. Trying to get it there to D.D. Westbrook. That'll bring up second down.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that first down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. They'll get 3 out of the dump off there, and that'll lead to a third down.
And it's third down.
This will be the 8th play of the drive. It's 3rd and 7.
I can't believe they even let you play. 42's mark. Defense.
Now a give right side. It's Marsh. They'll get 6 there on the run, but it brings up 4th down.
A lot of people call the toss a probing play to see what they can get against the defense, to see how they adjust and react. Their probing's working pretty well. That was a very nice run.
The kick by Lambeau is good. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3. A good drive gets them inside the 5, but they could not punch it in.
And credit the defense, too. Make sure that happens, because that was the old bend but don't break approach. Made sure they contained them when they absolutely had to and forced the field goal attempt that went through.
Now after the made field goal, back out Lambeau to kick this one off. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. About set to get this drive started, the Green Bay offense at the line. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were confident enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Because the secondary, they really look clueless.
And that was amazing, because that drive went and went, no adjustments and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away.
2nd and 7 now from the 28.
I got him.
Throwing now is Rodgers. Looking deep for Adams. And this is going to wind up incomplete. The coverage there too strong on the deep ball, and now they face a 3rd down.
The beauty of being able to play a zone defense, when you can sit back and see the ball coming out of the quarterback's hands, guess what? Creates a lot of confusion, kind of a muddle in the middle of the field where you can go make a play on the football.
They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on 2nd down. Rodgers now to throw. And Adams has it complete. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. A 3rd down gain of 19.
Well, we're used to seeing the guy that you consider the #1 receiver double covered, but how about this guy? He's double covered and finds a way to make the play for a 1st down.
That's how you increase your Madden rating, right?
No doubt about that at all. And you know something? I think we'll hear about that from him soon.
They'll run on 1st down. Williams. And he's going to be hemmed in and brought down right at the line of scrimmage. Calais Campbell on the stop.
Doubling this guy has to be a priority before moving up to the next level because the big fella, he just ate that one alive, just stuffed it. In fact, before the game, he was talking to us, and he's like, hey, these pants make me look fat. And we said, nah, man.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
They just gave up a sack there, and if I'm not mistaken, they gave up 4 last week, didn't they?
Yes. And just looking really porous, aren't they?
They really are, and I'm wondering if they're going to have to start thinking about keeping the tight end in, maybe a back, someone to help assist, because right now, their quarterback's been getting hit a lot in the last couple of games.
Rodgers now, after the sack, he'll lead the pack up on 3rd and long. From the gun, it's Rodgers. He's got Adams on the hookup. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. 33 yards that time.
I know we love our jobs, and pretty much any play we see, we're pretty, excited about. But big plays, let's face it, that's what we absolutely live for. How about that one?
That was great. And what our camera missed was the fist pump from the sideline after that catch. They're fired out. That's a big gain. So now then, the big play has them all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. Now Rodgers. He's got the hook up to Lazard. The completion good for 3, and it's 2nd down.
A 3-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 7 at the Jaguars' 24-yard line.
That 1st down completion only netted him 3. 2nd and 7. And they'll try the jet sweep here. 3 yards on the pickup. That's going to set up an interesting 3rd and about 4 to go.
And that's one of the reasons you like to blitz even on run downs. It confuses the blocking assignments. It doesn't allow those offensive linemen to get up to the 2nd level.
The Packers on 3rd down. A perfect 3 for 3 as they look to keep that streak going. This is 3rd and 4. A give to Williams, running right. And he won't be close to a 1st down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, and it'll bring up 4th down.
No gain on the play. It's 4th down.
And this one is right through. And they push the lead up to a touchdown now at 10-3. So in the end, they had the ball for 10 plays, but the drive gets them 3, not 6.
Is it okay if I give credit to both sides on this one?
Absolutely.
All right, let's start defensively. They hung in there. 10-play drive, but they stiffened when they got close to the goal line, made them kick a field goal. And for the offense, 10-play drive. They might be a little disappointed they got a field goal, but they moved the ball down the field with dispatch and came away with points.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. Just a lone field goal for them so far, trailing 10-3 as they come up 1st and 10. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. And they are going to set up shop at the 32-yard line. And he may want to track down that football because that's interception number 1 on his career.
You're saying that's going into the trophy case?
I'd put it there.
Yeah, no doubt about it. That's when you ask the equipment guys to make sure they hold it for you after the game. But if you play in the back 7 on defense, that's part of your job, finding ways to take the ball away from the other team.
This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. 8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on 2nd and short.
Brings up 2nd and 2 at the 24-yard line.
Eight yards the tally on that first down run. Here's 2nd and 2. To throw is Rodgers. It's caught here by Adams. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. It's a gain of 12, and the Packers have the first.
This has to go down as one of the simpler routes in the playbook, but oh so effective. Nice completion there. Keeps the sticks moving.
Rodgers now nearly perfect. 9 of 10 in this first half. It's 1st and 10. They'll get this down inside the 10 for a pickup of about 3.
So if you've been playing defense in this one, there's a little bit of the good and some bad, because they did give up the touchdown run to him earlier, but shut him down otherwise.
Outside of that, you're exactly right. I would say they've contained him very well.
No.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Now it's Rodgers. This is caught. And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, Packers. Jamal Williams with his 2nd touchdown of the game, 4th of the year. And the Packers are able to stretch that lead out further. The extra point splits the uprights, and the lead is now 17-3. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
First and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And it's been very much a slow start for them. 3 drives and just the 3-point CD.
Yeah, if you're into the points per drive ratio, that answer is 1. And that's not going to get it done in a ball game. They've got to find a way to finish these drives in end zones, not having balls go through goalposts.
Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down.
Well, we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
And he completes it to Westbrook. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's 3rd down.
Brings up 3rd down.
The Jaguars on 3rd down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 7.
Let's get off the field. Check down 7. Check down 7. Girl. 50, Mike's 50. Go. Let's go, Mike 50. Mike 50. Recon 132.
On 3rd down, Fournette. And this will not get close to the first down marker as he's brought down at the 26. Just a 1-yard gain on the play, and that'll mean a call to the punt team as it's 4th down. And the Jaguars send out their punter as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. Fielded at the 20. A nice job on the return there, 16 yards. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. They have to be pleased with the way that they moved the football thus far.
And why wouldn't they be? 2 touchdowns on a field goal in their first 3 possessions. They're playing so well right now, the field goal probably feels like a disappointment.
Now a 10th carry. Here's Williams. And that one was relatively easy to see. I noticed that from up here.
Yeah, it doesn't take a whole lot, does it? Sometimes you get multiples. What I always love on these offsides is when each side points at the other. Hey, you did it. No, you did it. They deciphered that one correctly.
A boost here to start the drive. After the penalty, it's 1st and 5. Following the penalty, it's Williams. Looking for a seam, but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. No gain there on 1st and 5, and it leaves him with a more standard 2nd down.
Second down at the 42-yard line.
Now a play fake. Rodgers. And his pass incomplete. The linebacker, Telvin Smith, able to get a hand on it there.
Didn't have a receiver open downfield, and as it turned out, couldn't even find his outlet man because of the coverage. It was way too tight, unable to find anyone open.
The Packers on 3rd down. They've been good, 3 for 4 thus far. This will be 3rd and 5. Here's Rodgers to throw. He's got the tight end, Sternberger. And he's going to have another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Jaguars' 44-yard line.
They brought in the heavy set on 3rd down, and that usually means running play, but we have seen them throw out of that formation. And sure enough, they snuck the tight end out on that one, wound up hitting him for a 1st down.
They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. Throwing on 1st down is Rodgers. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And he's going to get this down near the 30-yard line. 14 yards, good for a Packer 1st down. And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. 13 yards, 1st down, Packers.
We both know it's difficult, but they've made it look effortless out there. Through the air, on the ground, they've moved the ball with relative ease.
At the 17-yard line.
They stick to the ground game on 1st down. It's Williams. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. A 14-yard gain there as they look to improve this 14-point lead.
1st and goal at the 3-yard line.
They come out here in the I. Here's 1st and goal, and gosh, points here, a chance maybe to put this thing away before halftime. They'll run it with Williams. And they'll get him down just shy of the goal line at about the 1. He'll get 2 out of that run, and it's going to bring up a 2nd and goal.
To me, that's a terrific run on 1st and goal at the 3. They got 2 yards. I'd line right back up and give it to him again.
On the ground, it's Thomas. And just a short gain that time as they're able to get him down. A minimal gain there on the 8th play of the drive.
Well, big man with ball met bigger man on the other side of the line. A really nice play for the defense.
Right now, no questioning the toughness of this Jaguar defense. This is 3rd and goal. Meanwhile, on 3rd down, they take a shot at the end zone, but it's incomplete. So with 4 seconds to go in the half, here's the field goal unit onto the field. And his kick is indeed good. So a late 3 there, and that'll help as they head into the break.
Talk about situational football, and something they've worked on since the OTAs and mini camps the previous summer. They take care of the ball, get 3 points, knowing they're going to get the ball to start the second half. That's the old 2-for-1 special to finish things off.
So we reach halftime in what's been a fairly one-sided game so far. As we'll send you down to Orlando, we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. So it's the Packers set to receive the kick. They've got the lead as well as we are underway in the third quarter. About set to get this drive started. The Green Bay offense at the line.
Hey, 88.
On 1st and 10, here's Rodgers. And he fires one incomplete. Not sure what happened out there, but it looked like the timing was a little off on that throw.
Well, you know I'm a defender, so what am I going to say?
Great defense.
Darn right. They did something to disrupt that timing.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. To throw again. Rodgers. Got an open man. It's Valdez-Scantling. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. 14 yards. Good for a Packer first down. Rodgers now 13 out of 17 throwing the ball. He's got a first down. A free 5 yards as the defense jumps.
I know it's an anticipation game for them, but it's also a reaction game, and they reacted poorly on that one.
Now a chance to make that encroachment penalty really hurt. 1st and 5. Now Williams. And he's going to get hit at the line of scrimmage and driven backwards. No gain there on 1st and 5, and it leaves him with a more standard 2nd down.
Second down at the 40-yard line.
18.
It's our time. It's our time, guys. It's our time.
From the 44, Rodgers. He gets it to Thomas. And they went the wrong way there. Losing yardage back at the 43-yard line. A pass for negative yardage, obviously no good. Maybe he shouldn't have thrown it, or maybe he shouldn't have caught it.
And I think we were seeing it at the same time, weren't we? Maybe you let that one go, right? Because you can see the lost yardage about to develop. But that goes against every instinct of a receiver. They're taught to catch everything. So it's really hard to be mad at him and yell at him for trying to make that play.
Now throwing on 3rd down there, but he cannot connect. So good work there on the defensive side for the first drive of the second half.
Yeah, and until their offense can get into rhythm, their defensive players and staff have got to say to themselves, we've got to make it work. We've got to stand in here and make sure nothing else happens until our guys start moving the ball.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned, because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
See what they have up their sleeve.
2nd and 6 at the 24-yard line.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6.
So we got man.
A quick throw finding Lee out wide. No gain that time on the completion, and it'll be 3rd down.
Brandon, just mark that under the category of just not successful. Trying to throw the ball, just didn't work on that one.
Completed it. No yardage. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Here's Foles. And tight coverage there. It's knocked away, incomplete. Blake Martinez, the linebacker, was there in coverage to disrupt.
We're into the second half now, and this is an offense that continues to struggle to sustain a drive.
Looks like they're just totally out of sync, whether they're running the ball, passing the ball like we saw there. I don't know. The rhythm seems off. Give them 11 yards that time on the return, and the offense will take over with a new set of downs. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. This crew had to punt last time they had the ball, but when you've got a lead like this, you content to play the field position game?
You are to an extent, especially if you like your defense, because you have the lead, you've been controlling the game. But why put them in a tougher spot? You want to get out there and get something done on offense and maybe take command of this game yourself.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10.
Let's go deep, tighten up. Let's go deep, tighten up.
Shotgun now for Rodgers. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Yannick Ngakoue able to record his 5th sack of the season.
Like how they've started the third quarter here. They force a punt on the first drive, and after this sack, it looks like they'll be forcing another one as well.
Absolutely. Maybe got their 2nd win coming out of the locker room. Rodgers now, after the sack, he'll lead the pack up on 3rd and long. Now Rodgers. They'll set up the screen. This is Williams. And he will lose yardage on the play. Back at his own 19-yard line. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th. Here's J.K. Scott now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. That's taken on the 25. Nice job bringing that one back. 14 on the return. And the Jaguars go on offense, 1st down and 10. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Well, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker. What that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run.
You better bring it.
Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down. We saw this a lot in the first half, and it continues. These receivers just not able to get much separation.
So that means they have to win the 50-50 balls. They've got to go up with the defender and find a way to start coming down with them.
And this time, contact and another incomplete pass.
Great.
52's the mic. Quit talking about it and bring it.
Now a fake on the give here as they try to run pass option. And finding Keelan Cole. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. Jacksonville 1st down on a pickup of 17.
1st down, Jaguars.
Hey, here we go. I got you.
Hey, man. Watch the boot.
Fournette, a 1st down carry. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. Chewing up big yardage. Another nice gain there. This one goes for 20.
Yeah, they really needed to get something going, didn't they? They had punted on the last 2 possessions. The running game starting to come to the front for them, providing a nice pickup there to keep this drive going.
Tonight. 180. Hey, keep it up. Keep it up.
On first down, Marsh. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. That one good for a gain of 13 for Jacksonville and a first down.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Has had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice, because you're right, he struggled, especially in that first half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. I'm just one big carry away from busting this open. That's a good start for him.
His pass caught at the 4. It's an 8-yard pickup, and it'll make it second down.
It's funny, throughout the time that we've been together, when we talk with running backs about the ability to catch the ball, their eyes light up when they talk about open field and having one-on-one matchups, don't they?
Yeah, they do. And that's the reason why. What we just saw, shedding those tackles, and that's what they're used to doing.
It is, and it starts at the beginning of the play. One-on-one matchup if someone's trying to cover them, but they also like those one-on-ones downfield after the catch when they're...
And he will get this into the end zone for a Jaguar touchdown. Keelan Cole, his second touchdown on the season. And the Jaguars get a score closer. Point after by Lambeau, up and good. And that will shave one more off this lead. And Lambeau now, after the touchdown, he'll kick this one away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
Let's go.
The Packers take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
About set to get this drive started, the Green Bay offense at the line. Certainly want to avoid what they had to do last possession, that was punt the football, because this game's starting to tighten up.
In a basketball sense, you think about taking a little bit of the air out of the ball, right? Maybe milk some clock, limit the possessions. In this case, they might want to do the same thing, but control the game offensively. Put together some first downs, put together a drive, and keep it away from them.
Maybe a good spot to take a shot. Here's second and a yard from the 34. To throw, it's Rodgers. This is caught by Williams. And he went nowhere. Well, he went backwards, back to the 33. Officially, it will go as a 1-yard loss, and that's going to lead to a third down.
Third down and 2.
The last completion actually lost a yard, so now they'll need to convert on third down.
I got troops this. Hey, Alpha. We got 3. We got 3.
Shotgun now for Rodgers. Over the middle, complete. That's Shepard. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. Now, after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. Well, he gets attended to. We'll step aside. Rodgers now, a perfect 8 for 8 to start the second half. Not bad. First and 10. They'll run on first down. It's Williams. A gain of 10 as they look to add on to this 10-point lead.
Partner, I remember a coaching friend of mine used to tell his running backs before games, make sure you run and jog with your offensive line in pregame. Get used to the ground shaking when those big behemoths start to create space for you up front. He did a pretty good job of just following those guys through there for a nice explosive run.
And this time he's able to take it down to the 42. 4 yards the pickup, first down.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them. Now a man who's been busy this afternoon, it's Williams. A gain of 4 last play. They double that here and get 8.
That's a strong pickup right there on first down. And as this drive goes on, we're seeing an offensive line and running game imposing its will.
Eight yards the gain on that last run. Here's second and a couple. They'll run it with Williams. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. 11 yards and a Green Bay Packer first down.
Looks to me like maybe there's a little attrition setting in with this drive, because when you see that type of a run, I get the feeling the defense get a little bit tired.
And that's the last thing they need, especially when they look up at the scoreboard. Trying to get one more in here before the quarter breaks. And that is going to do it for this third quarter of action. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's first and 10. Now they'll throw with Rodgers. That's going to be caught. And he will get this into the end zone. Touchdown, Green Bay. Davante Adams. His first touchdown on the year. And the Packers are able to stretch that lead out further. Point after, right down the middle. And that'll make this a 3-score game now. The lead moves to 17. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And he will be brought down here at about the 17-yard line.
First and 10 at their own 17-yard line.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive, and they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
That one good for a gain of 13 for Jacksonville and a first down.
And a Jaguar first down.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on first and 10. Now Foles completes it to Lee. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up second down. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on first down. Foles, the open man is Westbrook. And he's dropped just before the line to gain. 4-yard pickup leaves him with 3rd and 1.
I always laugh when people say, what's the toughest route to defend? And I'm like, any of them, especially if it's a good receiver. That makes things very difficult. But when you're running a drag route, something short, shallow, going through defenders, using guys almost as screens in order to get open, that makes things tougher, guys trying to get to the football.
They'll look to throw for it on 3rd and 1. He'll set up the screen to Fournette. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. 3 yards there, good enough to keep the drive moving.
Let's give a little credit there. The offensive play caller sensed that the screen pass was available. Whenever you're getting a lot of heavy pressure towards your quarterback, that's when you're thinking about running the screen and using that pressure against the defense. And it worked very well there for a first down.
Foles now 12 of 17 through the air as he leads his guys up on first down. On the tackle that time, Dean Lowry.
A good solid game there on first down, but the defense has to be happy they didn't let it pop for anything bigger.
Brings up 2nd and 7 at the 46-yard line.
180. Let's go, tackle. Let's go. We got this. We got this. We got this.
On 2nd and 7, Foles. The throw taken in by Cole. And they went the wrong way there, losing yardage back at the 43-yard line.
I thought that wasn't a bad time to call the screen. I thought late game, down on the scoreboard, had to figure they were expecting a pass downfield.
Yeah, so the edge rushers, they're coming. That could have hit big. You're right. Good recognition defensively to snuff that one out. So negative yardage, a loss of 3 on 2nd down, and that leads to a tough 3rd down call. Got an open man, Keelan Cole. And this is going to result in another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Packers' 45-yard line. The Jaguars going to go ahead and use their first timeout. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. Foles going to come up now, 1st and 10, and he's hit on all 5 of his pass attempts on this drive so far. On 1st down, it's Marsh, and that play will go nowhere, losing yardage back near midfield at the 49. That'll be a loss of 4 yards on the play, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 14. Now a fake on the give here as they try the run-pass option. That was the 9th play of the drive, and they pick up 9 yards with it.
Get him, boy! Get him, boy!
Brings up 3rd down.
The Jaguars on 3rd down. They're at 50%, 4 for 8. This will be 3rd and 5. He'll look to throw. Open man is Westbrook, complete. And this is going to result in another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Packers' 28.
A gain of 12. 1st down, Jacksonville.
180.
42's the mic. Ed's got a...
They'll look to throw here on 1st down. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down. Well, it just seems like all game long there hasn't been a lot of sync quarterback to wide receiver on this side of the football.
They haven't been on the same page, quarterback and receivers. Heck, they haven't been on the same grease board when you draw plays up. They haven't been on the same Surface tablet that you look at on the sidelines. Nothing's worked for them. They've got to find a way to start matching each other's movements.
He's coming. 13. We got double up.
On 2nd down now, it's Marsh. And this time he's going backwards. So after the no gain on the last attempt, here they get him behind the line. The Jaguars on 3rd down. 5 out of 9 thus far. This is 3rd and 14. They'll keep it on the ground. Marsh. And some room to work. Touchdown, Jaguars. A great effort there. His 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Jaguars make some inroads here on that deficit. Extra point tacked on by Lambeau. And that will get him one closer. And Lambeau now, after the touchdown, he'll kick this one away.
Get ready.
At their own 25-yard line.
No.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. Now, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this 4th quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking first downs. To keep up with your theme there, playing keep away, first downs, they can't touch the ball.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Again, it's Williams. And they're able to get this one across the 35. 11 yards and a Green Bay Packer first down.
He's still rumbling, isn't he? Still looking fresh in this one despite the heavy workload. But you and I both know, well-conditioned, and he did tell us that he thrives on being at his peak late in ball games.
Coming up to the line, and they will need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Now carry number 20 of the game. Here's Williams. And a good swarm to the football defensively as they get him down at about the 40. It'll be a gain of 2, and speaking of 2s, it'll take us to the 2-minute warning. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's Packer football here as we welcome you back. And no doubt what they're looking to do is just salt away the final couple of minutes and escape with a win. Now 3rd down is looming, a pickup of 2 on first down and just 1 yard there. And whistles, and we're going to have another stoppage of play as they call the timeout on defense with 1:53 left. And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game. Now Rodgers. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Shepard. And he is brought down, but not before reaching the 30. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Jaguars' 30.
An ex-teammate used to tell me all the time, I hate experienced quarterbacks because no matter what, you really can't hide what you're doing. And I think that right there, he knew right away where the blitz was coming from, where his primary guy was going to be, and he ended up going to a secondary target for a nice game.
I was just going to ask you, that wasn't the primary target. And he's so good at that, isn't he?
I think he knew right away that he wasn't going to get to his primary guy. I think he read that as soon as he got to the line of scrimmage, knew where the pressure was going to come from, and said, I know how to beat that, and that's what he did.
They run it again with Williams. It'll be a gain of 5, and it's going to bring up a 3rd at about 7 left. Charles, why didn't they just take the knee there?
You're asking the question that I'm asking as well, because we've seen a lot of football where coaches decide maybe they get a little greedy. I don't know if they're doing it for stats or for what reason. We've seen it happen in college, and how about in the NFL? The miracle of the Meadowlands. All they had to do was take a knee, and the game was over. The Giants ran it one more time. Ball popped free. Philadelphia picks it up and wins the game.
What year was that?
1978. I think it was in November.
So it's all over. A Green Bay victory. And this one boiled down in the end, Charles, to simply too much Aaron Rodgers.
We've seen this many times before, haven't we? And I'm sure we'll see it again in the future. Extreme confidence in his abilities. Extreme confidence in his teammates. Never thinks the game is out of reach because his right arm can equalize anything a defense can put out there.
So for Green Bay, it'll be a 500 start as the win gets them back.